end line.
Hey, let's go!
They'll start by running. Now Vic stripped. He lost the football. And does the defense have it? They do, says the referee. We're going the other way.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Rolling to his into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
On third down, Vic. And that is incomplete. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down. They will indeed go for it. Vic, he's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. They'll try and run forward Barkley. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more after this. And some room to maneuver. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, LA! Ricky Williams, 76 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here now the offense heading back out there. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
The pitch goes to Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a first down throw, McNabb. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Fighting to stay upright. Flush to his right. And he's got it. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They come out here in the eye. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley as the first half is winding down. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Vic operating on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. This will be the final play of the half. Vic. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. The toss out to Barkley. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll go to Barkley again. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now McNabb, flushed out right. He is going to find Hill here. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 23 yards for the touchdown. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Gostkowski for the point after. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to, because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Second down, here's an option right. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a third down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
It's a play fake. Now Vic, he sets to fire deep. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and throw for it here. That's to his running back, complete. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
To throw, Vic. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Vic on 3rd and 2. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Eagle. Let's go. 90.
They're going to try and throw. And this is caught. He hits more. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Vic now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Vic. Oh, and now Vic throwing another interception. Picked off by LT, the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Gostkowski with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. He got 29 yards that time. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. From the shotgun, it's Vick. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. Vick will look to throw on first down. Ertz has it left side. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Vick to the air again, eluding the pressure right. Now Vick stripped. He lost the football. And I think the offense got it back. They did. Inside the 10-yard line, they avoid disaster.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Now here's Vick. Escaping the pressure right. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Right 90, right 20.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he checks this one down to Williams. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now a first carry for their fullback. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
You say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Now it's Barkley trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Flex round! Ohio!
To throw, McNabb. He's going to look deep down the field. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but yeah, you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.